Hey guys, and welcome back to another JSpizzle crypto YouTube video. Today we have a very, very special video. We have the biggest, we have the best, we have the famous Luke Burkfield, marketing manager of Medieval Empires, with us today. And say hello, Luke.
Hey, what's up? Happy to be here. Pleasure to meet you again. I mean, you've been here since 1.5 years or 2 years now with the community, and always keen to connect with you guys.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Today we're going to be doing an AMA. I have some questions typed up that I'm going to ask him. But first, the most important question of the day: how are you?
I'm fine. I mean, while we're recording here, the market is doing really good. Always love to see green numbers, and I think summertime is around the corner as well. For me, summertime means also gaming time, because you can stay up later. Yeah, I think maybe we will get a gaming summer. Would really love to have a gaming summer, but who knows? Besides that, I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm also glad to see the markets turning green. I just hit level 25 in Medieval Empires, so everything's good. Everything's good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm 24, so I have some catching up to do. Yeah, I think I should rather focus on the game development instead of playing the game myself all day. So
Yeah.
I'm excused.
Right. Okay, so I have some questions typed up. I'm going to be turning on a screen to read them, so forgive me while I do that. The first question: what sets Medieval Empires apart from other medieval strategy games? Obviously, you have the play to aspect, or the play to earn aspect, which is explosive.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, we are a Web3 game. There are not that many Web3 games overall that are in the medieval time, especially strategy games. Like if you look at the overall market, especially in the mid-core strategy section, I think we're more or less unique. If we compare our game to traditional games, I think ownership is the key thing. So you can own all your assets. We have the land, and the cool thing is, I think that's also my favorite, is the economy. So we have a player-led economy. Like you have a piece of land, and you decide how you tax your peasants or tenants.
Yeah, peasants.
And I have the same on my land. Some people charge 15%, some people charge 5%. I think it's nice to give as much or freedom to the players, so they can decide how to do all of that, coordinate. Like we even have landlords sitting together and saying, like, why is this guy doing 3% and the other one is doing 5%? So I think that sets us apart, because usually you don't have that in other games, especially if real money is involved, because that could mean you get $5 or you get $10 or even a lot more. So I think that's kind of the beauty of the Web3 aspect that we have.
Yeah, I think so also. I saw a Twitter post, and I don't know if this is true or not, but they were saying that GTA 6, they were like making this big headlines. In GTA 6, you're able to pay for things in game with crypto, and they're like making a big deal about it. But I'm on there. I'm like, they're years behind though, because you still don't literally own your in-game items, because they're not NFTs like they are in Medieval Empires. So even like the newest game, they're years behind on this stuff.
Yeah, so it's the same with, if you look at CSGO, they have I think I saw a recent report where they had 4.5 billion in assets, basically, that are that people own in skins. And just imagine those would be NFTs, and you could own them and trade them and not go to black market and be afraid to get caught by someone, and then your account gets locked or something like this. So I mean, GTA, if they pull it off nicely, it will be a huge boost for the industry, which I love. I love seeing everyone succeed. It doesn't matter if it's our game or another game, because if they will implement it, means it's good for us, because that brings more people and more mass adoption, and that's what I'm rooting for. Like, doesn't matter if it's our game that brings the mass adoption, I hope. I hope it will be, of course, but
Right.
I'm also looking forward if other games do that, and especially games like GTA 6. I'm waiting for GTA 6. I hope it's coming, and I think October is on the timeline.
We'll see.
So yeah, I think it's really cool if they would pull that off.
Yes, that would be. All righty, thank you. So my next question is, now that Medieval Empire has the online trading player market, how much further do you think we can go compared to Axie Infinity?
I hope a lot. So I mean, we will have different, or we have different mechanisms as well. What I like is Felix thought of that's our game designer.
Yep.
For the ones that don't know, so he thought of a system where we can bring the items on and off chain. So, for example, if we later, and let me just pull up the game as well over here. So if you see, if you have the Hero Academy, for example, and you have you already see what's coming maybe in the future. Currently, we have the hero that's on chain that you can get, like the Genesis hero, but we also have those locks over here. And for those locks, there will be different items that you can have, and most likely there will be shields, swords. I'm not sure if it's swords. Otherwise, Felix will kick me now if I say something wrong. But lineages and everything, and those will also be single NFTs, or like people still hate the word NFTs, but those will be items that you can attach, build a complete new hero, and then you can put it on chain, and it's another item. So you take it off chain, put it in the game, you do all the shenanigans, mix it up, do whatever you want, and then you put it on chain with the new stats, and then you can trade it with other people. So it's actually like the crafting mechanism that will come into the game will be off the charts. Like we will add so many things, but that the thing is that requires time, right? So you need to think of the designs, how to implement it, that it fits the economy. So once we have that, that's the beauty of it. It's the same like right now with if you go to the units and check the unit trading. Every time you mint something and put it on the marketplace, wait a second, over here, it gets minted with the stats that you see over here. For example, if I mint this level 23 Spearman, it gets minted with the stats of 46 durability. By the way, that's still the old durability. I still have some of those, and I hope I hope to last a little longer with those. But that's the beauty of it. And then the players will decide on how much worth it is for the player to own such an item, or they can create unique items because they will, as you saw over here in the Hero Academy, they can create something with stats that no one else has because of the items they get, because of the lineages that will be also unique, because if you play over time, then certain stats get to it. So I think that's the beauty of it, that we have this system. And I hope that that's not something I mean, Axie Infinity is also evolving. If you look at Axie in the old days and what they're doing now, they also bring out an MMO. So they're evolving it. We will also evolve with the space. If there's new features coming in, that's what we like to do. We like to check what's coming new to the market, adapt it, put it in the game, see if it's working. We will not force you to buy some items worth thousands of bucks and then rent it out to other people. I hope we will be able to do that you guys do that with each other. So yeah.
And that's what I like about Medieval Empires, because what Axie Infinity did was, their play to earn aspect was you go online every single day with as many teams as you would like, and you got paid in tokens every single day, and so did everyone else. And so it was a big bubble just waiting to burst, because no game or market can sustain that. And so what I really like about Medieval Empires is you're selling these NFTs, these items in game that are limited, and you're selling it to other players in like immutable tokens, Ethereum, US dollar, and it doesn't affect the governance token, which is, you know, it's not the primary thing, but it's something important to a lot of people. And then another thing about it is, you know, to get those upgrades in game, I love how you can stake the tokens, get upgrades, enjoy all the benefits, and after a month, 2 months, if you're like, hey, this was a lot of fun, but you know, I wish I wouldn't have spent that money. Well, the cool thing about Medieval Empires is you can pull that money out and pay your rent, do whatever you need to, and if you're lucky, you may have doubled or tripled your money. You know, put in $1,000, pull out 3,000 as the price goes up, and that's something that I like that differs from Axie Infinity, because in the longevity of things, you know, it doesn't create a bubble like Axie Infinity did.
Yeah, we don't force people to buy things, and that's also if you look at all the Web2 games, like you don't like they have subscription models as well. If you don't want to play anymore, you just stop your subscription and then it's done. The cool thing is while you're playing Medieval Empires, you also own assets which you can afterwards sell. Doesn't mean that you can sell all of your items because maybe there's no one buying the items. It could also be, but for the staking part, that's why we have that for some of the main features is, hey, you don't want to anymore, just unstake. You can go do whatever you want with the tokens. I'm still a fan of keep them staked, but just stop playing and keep them staked. But that's up to you, and I think that's a nice model that crypto offers us now with the staking and the contracts that we have.
Yep. And like you said, it's not required to do that. I love using my brother as an example. I love, his name is Duyo in game. He is level 24. I think he's like within the top 30 rankings on like all the different rankings. He's never spent a dime on the game. He has only collected money from like the daily quest, you know, the different things that you guys do quarterly for, you know, just being active. And I think he is VIP level like 8 or 9 or something like that. And he has gotten where he's gotten literally just by playing the game, earning tokens as he goes and getting upgrades along the way. And he's like one of the top 30 players. And I love using him as an example because I can honestly say that he's one of the top players, never spent a dime.
Yeah, and that's the goal. Like we didn't want to have pay to win in that sense that you just need to spend a lot of money in order to be on top, because I hate those kind of games as well. Like if you just like spend thousands of dollars in order to be in first place. I mean, you can't spend that much money in the game, but most of the time it just increases the fun aspect maybe of it. You have a land, you get a different feature that you have. Maybe you can own something more, but it's not that you're far ahead of other people. That's what Felix like had in mind with the economy and the silver, and he did like he has all those equations and Excel spreadsheets and could pull that up way nicer than I can, but it's not needed to be or to be a top player. And I think in the future that will also increase if you have like clans and you fight good or find good people in alliances together on your land. Then it's just like who has the best network maybe in the game even. I think Da Vinci will beat us all. But or CVW is also pretty strong on his clan. I think he's still number 1. And there's some other contenders for the throne, I think. I'm far off already. I think I'm placed 12 with my clan. But there will be some mighty forces coming in as well from the outside, because if you see maybe we will also have alliances between lands or landlords, something. I don't even know. I have to ask Felix what's the plan. I would love to see that. Then I could say, okay, have an alliance with Carl the Moon or with Da Vinci, and then I'm already in the top alliance. So yeah, looking forward to see that work out in the future as well.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so we've already went over this briefly, but how does the play to own, play to earn model work in practice? And what kind of rewards, for like example, Medieval Empire tokens or NFTs that you can sell, can players expect from their in-game achievements and experience and time on the game?
Yeah, I mean, we have weekly events at the moment where you can. I think currently it's 50K per faction that you can win up there. Then we will add more rewards over time for sure. Felix also has a plan for certain special events based on occasions. Then we also have for Landlords. Currently still going on monthly airdrop for Landlords. So that's a reward that we have. And then as a reward, we will later also have special items. Like if you win in certain events, that's what we're having for the weekly events at the moment as well. You get resources, minting seals, speed ups. And those are things that in the future might as well all be on chain, and then you can just trade them.
Right.
Or maybe even skins in the future. If you win a special or one of the special events, maybe you get a new Town Hall skin. I'm rooting for that. You should see my idea board that the guys have. Like so many things on the wish list. So there will be more and more things added over time. But the core features, that was what we spent the most time on, because that breaks the game. Like if your core economy doesn't work, it will literally break your game. We're at a stage where we say like the economy, also from like the resources that you're spending, the timings and everything, that this is like almost close to perfect. And now it's time to add features onto the whole thing. There will be more and more really cool stuff coming that is in the pipeline, which I'm really looking forward to, especially like PvP and all those things that will be fun in the game.
Right. Yeah, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think there was a couple of times where you guys offered like a skin for your avatar that was limited time. I think I have the bloody skeleton head one. I believe that was limited time. And so that would be cool if, one day that could be an NFT, and it would be very valuable because I think they were like 100,000 silver.
Yeah, I mean, if you see this one over here that I have over here, the crow that was from Halloween, I think the first Halloween that we have, that's not coming back. So there will be certain things in the game and there will also be achievements like Easter achievements or Christmas achievements, which you can only get if you have played during that time, or like similar to Soulbound tokens, which is every player desires. Like if I look at World of Warcraft, what kind of events I had, like for fishing in the game at certain days, which you can only get that achievement on that day. Was so proud of that. So we will have those kind of things as well in the game.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Excited for that. Okay, and again, I'm really, really, really big on the whole play to earn thing. I think that's what sets us apart. My brother Jason or Duyo, he was really and is really, really big into play to earn games, specifically Web3, and he actually had a whole YouTube channel that he was doing for a while, and he said that Medieval Empires is the only Web3 play to earn game that actually feels like a game. And so that's why I'm so big on it. But my next question is, play to earn gaming is one of the biggest upcoming markets, in my opinion. That's my words. What steps are you taking to make Medieval Empires accessible to players who may not be familiar with blockchain or NFTs, but love strategy games? Because, gaming, it's one of the number one markets in the entire world, especially for teenagers and young adults. And, they already are calling Bitcoin the wild, wild west. So I would say, like Polygon, Medieval Empires on chain, like that's the wild, wild west of the wild, wild west. So like what steps would you say that you and the team is taking to kind of make this more available to players outside and grab that, multi-billion-dollar market?
I mean, the best thing is if they don't know what they're doing. So if they go into the game and they don't even know that they're acting on the blockchain, that they're interacting with cryptocurrencies, and that's why we chose Immutable as our partner as well. With the Passport wallet that we have, it's an easy online login with your Google account. Apple ID. Now they just added Facebook, I think just recently, and they will also add Discord and all those other social logins that you know from like the mainstream ones. So that's how you get into the game, like with your Google account, similar to or with your Epic account. That's what will be there in the future. But on the back end, we will give you the wallet basically. So all the assets that you earn are on chain and you own them actually. And if those players over time realize, oh, I have something cool over here and I want to sell it, and then
valuable.
where the education part comes in, right? Where you just and that's key, I think, where we are still at a critical point in crypto, is where you need to educate from game perspective as well, so people don't get scammed, because that's still what I hate in Web3. There are too many scams out there. So what we are doing is we're educating people on the socials, on and then also in the game, and say like, hey, this is how you do it. Here's a how-to video. That's why I usually do a how-to video for all the things that we have on chain in order to explain it. So, but the thing is, people won't need that because with all the partners that we have, we recently, I think you saw that as well, we partnered with Portal Coin. And through Portal Coin, you also have like similar onboardings with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, so you don't actually need all the cryptocurrency. You can also use fiat money as you wish. There will be Stripe integrations and all the other things. Once we are on mobile, you have the click 2 times on your button on your phone and spend a lot of money. All that kind of things. So the problem which we had in earlier Web3 games is that they needed to force you to, hey, you need to have a wallet. Like I still remember in the first time I think I was playing Star Atlas, where they asked me for my seed phrase. And that was 3 years ago or 2 years ago. Like that was still the beginning of all those games. And that's not needed anymore. So usually it's you reskin it somehow, make it like our game is easier to access. That's what I always say, than playing one game on the PlayStation. If I turn on the PlayStation and I want to play FIFA, I bet I need an EA account. I need whatever other thing. Then it asks me to download the newest version. Then I need to have an extra pack upgrade pass for whatever the things. That's way more complicated. Instead of hit download, connect via Google Mail, and then just go in and play the game. Like that's one step. The other thing is, if you want to have the rewards, we still need to have your Polygon wallet at the moment, but that will also change, because you will be able to receive it on Immutable as well in the future, and then we can like just use the wallet that you have, send all the tokens over there, and then you can do whatever you want. I mean, I'm fine if you just don't know that you have such valuable tokens and just keep them there, but we also want them to use it. So, and through the in-game marketplace that we will have, people can just spend it in-game. And it's the same like if you have gold in World of Warcraft. But this time you actually have something which is a little bit more value than the gold that you had in World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Wow, that you did a really good job of explaining that. And that reminds me, and like, I hate to keep bringing up Axie Infinity, but it's like the only other play to earn game that I ever played. So it's the only thing I know how to compare it to. And I remember back in the day, you had to like go on chain and you had to buy 3 NFTs, and you had to have like this web extension. Like it was like a Ronin wallet, I think. It was the only time I ever heard of it. I've ever used it. I've never used it since. It was like you had to do all these really complicated things, like call up your friends who already played the game just to get enough research to play the game. And so you're right. It is nice to be able to just, download the game, connect your email, one touch, connect Google, and then you're in the game playing. And then, a few days later, you realize like, hey, some of the stuff I have is worth money. And then, as guys, the way our minds wired, we're like, okay, so how can we take this to the next level? How can we make more? And then, you start telling your friends, and you get your friends playing, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you're just blowing up and don't even know what to do, and it becomes one of those mainstream things. Thank you, muted.
hit mute by mistake over here.
Oh, you're good.
So Ronin is now one of the top 3 leading chains. They also have like they did everything better than they did like 3 years ago, and that's why we can compare also Axie Infinity to what Axie Infinity is now as well. All that changed as well, but that was the beginning of crypto. Like you needed to have so many things and approve transactions and get educated, and just think about how you got money on your wallet. Like back in the days that gave me brain cancer. Now it's just clicking one button and you can spend $1,000 and just add whatever currency you want. Then we have stuff like the egg layer coming, where it later doesn't even matter on which chain, on which wallet you have your crypto. You can just spend it. Like you can get Ronin items with an immutable wallet and paying with Polygon currency, like with gold. Like that will all come. It's just a matter of time. Like we try to be up to date on everything. That's why we chose the best partners with Polygon, Immutable, Portal Pay, and all those bigger partners that we have. So because it will evolve over time, and you need to be flexible, because otherwise it's the same in gaming. If you don't have, I mean, I still play old games, but if you don't have the newest tech, most of the time you will be left behind.
Right. Yeah. You get in or get ran over. Awesome. Okay. So my next question is, now this is a question for you, not technically for the game, but what's your ultimate dream for Medieval Empires as it grows, and how do you envision the community shaping the future alongside with the game?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of I'm a community member myself, and most of the times, also in our game, but also in other games, because I just love the space. You don't ever have a chance to build a game with the community. At least in Web 2, that's not happening. Like, just try to go to FIFA and tell them, hey, I would like to have that feature in the game, or like in any other game. That's not ever happening. So I'm really glad that this is existing. And Felix has lots of plans also with the historical battles that we have, or with like we are open to any kind of feedback. Whenever someone says like, hey, did you check out this? Sometimes. Like recently we had one community member saying like, hey, can't you change the loading screen to this and that? And then I just put it to the product team and say like, hey, look at this. I think that's a better idea. Let's do it. And then it's there. So I love building with the community. And it makes us better in a lot of ways, because then you have 1,000 people with really nice ideas that can just like, we are just also human beings. Like we're 20, 30 people or something like this. But if you can utilize 1,000 or 10,000 or 20,000, that's why I'm a big fan of UGC games as well, where you have lots of user-generated content. Look at the maps in Fortnite or StarCraft. When I played StarCraft, the tower defense mini games, they were all done by the community. So that's what I really love. So there's more and more stuff coming over time. Once we have all the core loops and all the features, then we can focus a little bit more also on community integrations. And I think that and for the game itself, I'm thinking of franchise. That's my dream. Like just imagine you have like, this is the town builder, this is the fighting game, and then you have like maybe a role play game. That's in the medieval empires era. Then you have maybe even a shooter kind of thing, but with knights slashing each other. So it's just a matter of time. Like let's have another AMA in 3 years and see where we are. Also depends, of course, on the success of this game. If it's going good and we make revenue, we will of course spend it then on the next steps. And I would love to see a medieval fighting game as well. Like I would be a big fan of that. So yeah, I dream big. I mean, I'm the marketing guy, so I always dream big and want to have everything in there. But yeah, of course, that comes all with product business goals and everything. So yeah, but ideas are enough. that we have over here.
Right. Awesome. So the last question or two that I have are closing questions. You mentioned you might have some questions for me. So before I get to those closing questions, would you like to ask me a couple questions?
Yeah, yeah. I'm always a fan of getting feedback from the community as well. I mean, we do that in Discord as well, but I think it's also nice to ask the host from time to time questions as well. So first question is, what faction would you like to see in the game next?
What faction? Wow. Okay, so you mean like a country, or more of like Arabic or like Asia or something like that?
Yeah, whatever you think. Like we could have Vikings, Holy Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, Mongols. Do you have anything where you say like, oh, I would really love to see that in the game?
Man, I would say something Asian, something that gives it like an Asian vibe, Asian twist that people could choose. And obviously, with every faction, you'll have like something different. But if you just think about it, just like the bows and arrows and the spears and the different things that people could use in the characters, I think something Asian would be cool.
Okay, yeah. Then my next question: if you could choose bow or sword, what would be your weapon of choice in real life?
Definitely sword. I mean, I'm a knight type of guy. I'm a, in any game, I'm automatically the fighter, the warrior, defender, guardian. Like in any game, I honestly like something where archer is my last choice. I really like the long sword DPS area of effect. Attacking multiple enemies at one time type of thing. Whereas like arrows, typically, you're hitting one enemy at a time. So that's always been my style, and typically they're more tanky also.
Yeah, I feel I'm a sword person as well.
I can tell because your outfit.
Yeah, it's here even.
Yeah.
If you could change one thing in the game, what, or if you at all wanted to change something, what would that be?
Okay, if I could change one thing in the game, I actually let me pick two. I would like as awesome as the weekly games are, I think something monthly, a monthly event or leaderboard would be also cool. So people could work up for the whole month, and then obviously there could be like a Medieval Empires token for the prize pool for that as well. Maybe the same, maybe bigger. And the what that could be is it could be what the weekly ones are, only stretched out for a month, or you could change it up completely. But that might give players an incentive to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing to like stay in that top 25 or stay in that top 30. Because like for me, normally whenever I'm doing the weekly, I'm like, okay, I want to be in like the top 25, or specifically like top 5%, 10%, 25. That's how you guys do it for the rewards. And so it keeps me engaged throughout the week. And then like on the next one, I'll decide if I want to get like in the leaderboards or not. But then if you did it for the whole month, it would keep players engaged throughout the whole month. Like, okay, I gotta keep.
Or they don't play at all for 1 month.
Yeah, true. But then they could keep going for the weeklies though, because the weeklies would still be there. And then my second thing is some type of mini gaming, mini farming, whatever that looks like. Just an idea where you could be like locked in, because with any medieval strategy game, you are normally you're going in game for 15 minutes at a time, 4 or 5 times throughout the day. And then if you just want to nerd out for like 5 hours, like something that you could like engage for that 5 hours, rather that would be probably farming resources. I think that would be cool. I know you guys have PvP coming out, the phone version. There's lots that will be coming out to help with that engaging part. But I think even then, like something specifically that people could do during that time, that's what I would I guess add, not change. I guess that wasn't really the question, but you know, that's my answer.
Yeah. I love your answers, and I can tell you I have the same ideas that you have. So monthly events, something I could play for hours. So that's coming. And you also mentioned mobile, so I just want to show you this one over here. So
Awesome.
that's a small teaser. So that's coming. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I love those answers. That's really nice. Then, yeah, the last question that I have, I'm not sure if you have an answer. Some people have, some people don't. But
Okay.
who would you like to see as a face of the Crusaders? Could be anyone. Could be should be maybe English dude or something. Who would you see fit? Because we have Engin Altan Düzertan as the face for the Kahi tribe. But do you have any actor, celebrity? Could also be your neighbor if you say like he looks like the right dude. But do you have anything where you say like, hey, this could be the face of the Crusaders that would make you happy?
Wow. Yeah, that's funny. Like, yeah, I got this Chad neighbor over here. He looks cool. No. Yeah, that's a really good question. I assume you guys are looking for a face for that. That's why you're asking that.
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple of like I can give you some of my top choices. That would be Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. But nowadays, like he's now older, and I think the whole Potterverse, like I think those people like gaming as well. That would be a good choice. Or Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. I like that dude as well. But I mean, those are like just could happen, could not happen. So don't take anything as like he said this dude will come. But like I would also love to have Spider-Man. But my most favorite person would be Henry Cavill. Like he would fit perfectly. He played The Witcher and everything, but I don't think we can afford him with the budget that we have at the moment. But maybe he would do that for free. Like he loves gaming. So
yeah. Spider-Man would be pretty cool. I gotta say, Spider-Man would be pretty cool. Doesn't really fit the genre, but that would still be really cool.
Yeah, no, I meant the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like Tom Holland, he's perfect English English actor. He has that accent as well. So he can do a backflip and all that stuff. I think that's pretty awesome. But yeah.
Okay, cool. So for my final closing question for you, putting you on the spot here, is there anything exclusive that you could share on this video, anything at all that has not yet been released to the public?
Anything that has not been released to the public that I can share right now. Now you put me on the spot as well.
I did. Could be anything at all. It doesn't have to be super, super big. It could be something small even.
I wouldn't need to open Asana. Just give you like I think we already added the goat to the game, right? Yeah. Oh, damn it, we added it. Did you catch the goat in the game?
I don't think I did.
Wait a second. Can you see it over here? I don't think people noticed yet because we didn't announce it, but we recently added the goat in the game. So maybe that's some alpha that you didn't know up front. We now have the goat running in the game.
We have goats and beautiful empires.
And there might be something happening in the future as well with that goat. Who knows? So that's alpha that I can spill over here.
Wow, that's goated. That's goated right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to add that in the title, like extreme awesome exclusive news at the end of this video.
Yeah.
In the title.
That would keep me motivated to know if there's a goat in there or not. But yeah.
I have to check that out later.
All right. Yeah. Then thanks for having me. It was a pleasure. And hope you guys will, or you will stay for the next 1.5 years as well. Always glad to have cool people in the community that are open to also like giving lots of feedback and advice. And that's how I said, like, we learn as well from the community. There's so many smart people that can give like cool suggestions. So yeah, thanks for having me today.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. We have Luke, the marketing manager of Medieval Empires himself, with us today. Thank you so much, Luke. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.